Yo, what's up YouTube? Been a minute. Happy to make another video. I think it's been like 8 months or something like that. Here with an exciting video. Going to be showing you guys my pedal board for 2025. Showing you guys, a lot of it's still the same stuff, but I'll be showing you guys the new stuff I was able to pick up that I've been using lately. Showing you guys some tones and whatnot. Yeah, let's get into it. So first off, I guess I'll talk about my signal chain real quick. Nothing's really changed, still running the Goodwood audio underfacer that's mounted under the board, going into the Carbon X overdrive, going into the Vemoram Jan Ray, another overdrive, which is then going into the Goodwood Audio Audition, which is insert, I guess, loop, which allows me to keep my volume pedal right here off board. Then from there, it goes back into the Audition, going into this new pedal right here, the Imperial by Tone King. This is going to be my amp sim. Also has reverb and tremolo. Sounds fantastic. It's all analog, which I really dig. And then from there, it's going TRS and then splitting to 2 TS. Maintaining that stereo image, going into the H90 Eventide, going into the Halo, then going into the Big Sky, which everybody's familiar with. And then everything's going back into the buffer, which is my Goodwood audio underfacer, which basically ensures that all these unbalanced cables in my signal chain, all these TS cables, patch cables, it's pretty much retaining the high fidelity nature of my guitar. And then yeah, out from there, going into my Rupert Neve Stereo DI, XLR out into my Universal Audio, I think it's a 276. And then as far as guitar processing, I don't do a lot, so a lot of the stuff that you're hearing is pretty much the sound coming from my pedal board. I do some light compression on my actual interface here. Other than that, no equalization or anything like that. You guys are hearing the tones straight from my pedal board, okay? So if you watched my last video, which I guess I'll link it here or maybe on the bottom of the description, I had the Nano Cortex right here, and I had the Goodwood Audition patch bay right here. So you can see things have changed for sure. This one I picked up 2 weeks ago. I was lucky enough to purchase it on a Facebook Marketplace, so I didn't have to wait in line. I think the list is pretty long to pre-order this guy, so I was happy I was able to get it here locally. And then you'll see that I have an aux switch here, the Barn 3. That's just hooked up to my H90 here. Enables me to bank up and down super easy instead of having to hold, which you can see is rather inconvenient, especially in live performances when I have to switch through effects, especially because now I'm starting to make patches for songs that are just, for specific songs. So it allows me to bank up and down way faster than before. Then we have the MXR Tap, which is hooked up TS into the Halo by Keeley, which instead of holding and then tapping in my tempo, now I can just have that access whenever I need it, straight right here next to my volume pedal, which is perfect. And then the new pedal here, I have the Peterson Stomp here. What did I do? Which is my basic tuner, nothing fancy about that. It's not in the signal chain. It's actually from the Goodwood underfacer. It has a special input, or I should say output, that outputs my signal into the Peterson. So it's pretty much just hearing my guitar dry, no effects, no overdrives, nothing like that. It's just getting it direct, which is something that I like because I can always tune no matter my volume pedals down or up, which is pretty neat. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys my tones coming straight away from the Imperial. This is clean, no reverb. And then the guitar I'm running is a Tom Anderson S style. This is an Icon Distressed HSS. Yeah, so here are the tones. Let's try. I'm gonna add the reverb coming from the Imperial. Now, I'm not using the stock IRs on this. I believe Tonehammer made the IRs for this bad boy here. For me, they were too warm sounding for my liking. I like for my guitar to sound just a little bit bright, just so it can cut through the mix. Warm is good if I'm playing at the house, but when it comes to a mix, I kind of want that those highs and upper mids kind of accentuated, so that way, you know, I stand out a bit more. So for that reason, I'm using the Lone Star IRs that you can pick up on worship tutorials. I can see if I can try linking them. They sound fantastic. The one I'm using is Mesa Lone Star Boogie mic'd with a 121 Royer, and I'm using the EQ version, the single mic ones. They sound great. No need for any EQ equalization or anything like that. So they sound really good, as you can hear straight out of the box. Super clean, super snappy, definitely scooped mids. And you might be asking, like I'm running it fairly clean. That's just because I feel like when you start with a clean palette, guitar-wise, you have so much more room, especially when it comes to stacking overdrives. That's when you can really start hearing the flavor of the actual pedal that you're turning on. Not only that, but for running cleans, I mean, you can even see if I put my humbucker. You can see it kind of breaks up just a very little bit, but it kind of needs that humbucker. Otherwise, it wouldn't really start to push the amp too hard. This is, I split the humbucker into single coil, so this is how a single coil would react. As you can hear, it's not really breaking up at all, which is exactly what I want. And I'll show you why, because I like doing cleans just like this. Let's see here. So because I'm using the clean tone, I'm able to get those really like Dan Huff inspired chorus tones, because the distortion or an edge of breakup amp would kind of, I don't know, it wouldn't really come across that clean. So the reason why I got rid of my Nano Cortex, especially if you watch my previous video, is if you're familiar with the Andersons TV show with Pete Dane, I'm kind of agreed with him. I believe that this is kind of a hot take, but I think modelers kind of tend to sound like they have this noise gate to them, this kind of unnatural compression. And for me personally, it kind of bothers me when I'm playing. For that reason, I've been looking for analog alternatives. And when they announced this back in NAMM of this year, I was hooked. I got on the order list right away. But like I said, I was fortunate enough to get on a Facebook marketplace and find one for a great deal without having to wait. And I picked it up, and sure enough, it sounds great. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. The thing that was bothering me the most was I would place a clean line, like similar volume and settings as this on my Nano Cortex, and I would feel like the notes would slowly like kind of like fade away, but in an unnatural way. I felt like the noise gate, I kind of heard it kind of like chomping on the actual signal, and it wasn't allowing for the guitar to fully, you know, sustain. Whereas something like this, I can hear the low end. It blooms as the Nano Cortex. I don't know, I felt like it was lacking kind of that character. It sounded great, with my overdrives, but with, I don't know, cleans, I just, it kind of bothered me. And I was using it, you know, for quite a while. And I just didn't like having to depend on captures that other people were making because I don't own any amps. Um, and I kind of had to use other people's profiles. And I just didn't like that. I kind of just wanted something that sounded good. So that's why I picked up this guy. So I'll show you guys that sustain that I'm talking about. If I just even hit this, you can hear it's pretty natural. You don't hear the actual signal being decayed at all. And that's exactly what I was looking for. Even just the low end, the bloominess. And all that reverb is coming from the Imperial itself. So it sounds super clean. That reverb sounds super, um, like super drippy. It sounds really nice. So that's why I'm kind of sold on the Imperial. And then other than that, everything's pretty straightforward. As last time, that other video I made, I'll be showing you guys first stage of drive. That's my first stage. My second stage, by the way, I stopped using the reverb from here. Starting to use my big sky just so I can get just a little bit more reverb. This is it. As you can hear, pretty juicy overdrive tone. So also real quick before I forget, my only gripe about the Imperial, which comes with any amp, really, is because remember this is all analog, is the noise on this when I turn my gain pedals on. You definitely hear it. Look, if I turn on my lead tone, this is what it sounds like, just the noise. But you know, that's the price that you have to pay for not using any noise gates. And that's something that I'm willing to compromise for. As like I said, I kind of want that sustain that you get with no noise gates. So this one, that was my second gain stage. This will be my third. So pretty mean tone. Then this would be for my lead. So yeah, that's my lead tone. And then I'll show you guys, you know, I've been using pretty much the same patches as I did in the other one. I'll show you guys super quick some typical worship sounds. So that's like my vibrato kind of setting. This one would be more like for swells that I like to use. As you can hear, just typical. Then lately I've been liking eighth dotted delays, but I've been doing like a fourth. I guess that would a fourth, so that would be a quarter, and then I'll do like actual eighth dotted delay on the other side. So kind of what inspired me was the halo. So like kind of mixing, but what I'm doing with the H90 is I'm actually hard panning each delay. So to my ears, it sounds more rhythmic, which is pretty cool. I'll let you guys hear that. So you can kind of hear the delays. Sounds super rhythmic. Another one, oh, this is a good one. Another, what I've been doing lately is I've been getting really into delays lately. Um, as if you couldn't tell. So this one's a new one. This is a reverse delay. I think somebody inspired me on Instagram or something of using a reverse delay, or maybe it was John Cordy. I don't remember. But been using this a lot on swells. Sounds really nice. I'll show you guys what that sounds like. So as y'all could hear, sounds perfect for worship. Another one that I have here, I don't use this one too often just because I already have the halo delay, but this is it. So it's kind of it's a wider stereo image compared to the halo, which is nice if I want that. So again, just sounds really good. We're getting into more of like old sounds, especially with this unit. Another one that I don't use, but or at least I don't use it in church, but would be cool. This sound. So it sounds kind of tinny, super cool. Another one that's kind of similar, does the same thing kind of, but actually kind of cuts some frequencies. So yeah, there's that one. Then obviously I have the ones that I've been using for songs. Um, let's see, show you guys how this sounds like. Just adding an octave and some vibrato. Um, and I have this. Anyways, you guys get the point. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much my pedal board in a nutshell. I'm really liking it. Super compact. It also fits in a really nice Pelican case that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. I'm super happy with the setup. Sounds great, super portable, and does everything that I need it to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys so much for checking out the YouTube video, and I'll try to be posting a little bit more now that I'm at break and whatnot with school. So make sure you guys subscribe, and if you guys like this video, it would mean a lot if you would hit like and share it to any of your guitar buddies or nerds that are out there. Again, thanks so much. Y'all stay blessed.